Is your cat actually happy or just quiet? You feed them, you keep them safe and warm. You think that's enough. But calm on the outside doesn't always mean content on the inside. Indoor cats are experts at hiding stress and boredom. And if you don't know what to look for, your cat could be living only half the life it was built for. Here's the one shift that changes everything. When was the last time your cat actually caught what it was chasing? Picture this. You wiggle the wand toy, they crouch, they stalk, they pounce, and then you put the toy away and call it playtime. For you, the game's over. For your cat, it never finished. Every cat, no matter how spoiled, still runs on hunter instinct. That instinct follows one unbroken sequence. Stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill bite. Cut it off before the catch. And your cat's brain never receives the signal that says mission complete. Instead of satisfaction, they're left wired with predatory energy that has nowhere to go. That leftover energy is often exactly what's behind the 3 a.m. sprints across the house, the sudden ankle attacks, the out-of-nowhere bites. Your cat isn't misbehaving. They're mid-sentence and you walked away. The fix costs nothing. Every single play session, let them win. Let them catch the toy, sink their teeth in, rabbit kick it with their back legs, hold it like the predator they are. If you can, follow it with a treat or their actual meal. Hunt, catch, eat. That's the full cycle nature wrote into them, and finishing it is one of the most calming things you can give an indoor cat. But play is only one piece of a much bigger thing your cat is quietly going without every day. Something we'll get to by the end of this video, and it might change how you see your cat completely. Ever felt guilty that your apartment is too small for a cat? Let that guilt go. Your cat isn't measuring your home in square feet. They're measuring it in layers. In the wild, a cat's world is three-dimensional. They climb, they perch, they watch their territory from above. Height isn't decoration to a cat, it's security. From up high, they can see everything, feel untouchable, and finally relax in a way the floor never lets them. That's the real reason they're on top of the fridge, the bookshelf, the door frame. They're not being bad. They're claiming territory your home never offered them in the first place. This is where a small apartment can beat a mansion. One room with a cat tree, a couple of wall shelves, and a cleared-off dresser top gives your cat more usable territory than an entire empty floor plan. Because you're not adding furniture, you're adding real estate. Multi-cat households often calm down dramatically once vertical space goes up, because nobody has to compete for the same level anymore. Every cat gets their own floor. Start small. One sturdy cat tree by a window, one shelf they can climb in stages, one high spot that's officially theirs and off-limits to interruption. Watch how fast they claim it. The day your cat picks that perch over hiding under the bed is the day they stop feeling like a tenant and start acting like the landlord. If this is already changing how you see your own cat, that's exactly why this video exists. Stick around because it only gets better from here. Okay. 3. Turn the window into their favorite channel. What does your cat actually do all day while you're at work? For most indoor cats, the honest answer is not much. And here's the part nobody tells you. Feline boredom doesn't look like boredom. It looks like 16 hours of sleep that everyone assumes is normal. Your cat's brain evolved to process a world in constant motion, movement, scent, sound, prey rustling somewhere close. Indoors, all of that gets swapped out for the same 4 walls and the same view of your couch day after day. But there's one place the outside world still gets in, and most owners treat it as background noise. The window. A good window setup is the closest thing your cat will ever get to television. And just like TV, it lives or dies on the programming. A window facing a blank wall is a channel with nothing on. Add a cheap suction cup bird feeder, or hang one from a nearby tree, and you've turned dead air into a nature documentary that refreshes itself all day. Then upgrade the seating. A padded window perch, or a cat tree pulled right up to the glass, turns a passing glance into a full viewing session. Pick the window with the most action, ideally with morning sun. Sunbeam plus bird feeder is basically 5-star resort living for a cat. One caution: if a strange outdoor cat starts loitering in view, some cats get stressed or territorial watching them. Growling or tension at the glass means it's time to handle the visitor outside, not remove the window setup itself. Quick question. Other animals, plants, soil, rain, food trails, territory markers, layer after layer of information. Now think about your living room. Same couch, same carpet, same candle you bought back in October. To your cat's nose, your home is one song stuck on repeat, and a starved nose means a dull day, no matter how many toys are lying around. The good news: scent enrichment is the cheapest, laziest form of enrichment that exists, and almost nobody bothers with it. Start with catnip, but don't stop there. Roughly 1 in 3 cats has zero response to catnip, and their owners quietly assume something's wrong with their cat. Nothing is. Try silvervine instead, which studies show works on most cats that ignore catnip completely. Valerian root and honeysuckle wood are 2 more options that can light up a cat who seems immune to everything else. Then go beyond store-bought. Bring the outside in. A handful of clean leaves in a box, a stick from the yard, cat-safe grass growing on the windowsill. The trick isn't stockpiling scents, it's rotating them. Introduce one, let them investigate for a while, then remove it and bring in something new the next week. A new smell in a familiar room is, to your cat, practically a brand new room. Watch for the slow investigation, the open-mouthed stare, the cheek rubbing to mark it as theirs. That's not just play. That's a cat finally getting to use the sense it was actually built around. Here's a question that sounds silly until you actually sit with it. When did eating become the single easiest part of your cat's entire day? In the wild, no cat walks up to a bowl. Their whole day revolves around hunting, searching, stalking, working for every bite, eating small portions many times over. Then we brought them indoors, dropped their food in a dish, and quietly deleted the biggest job their mind and body were ever designed for. We didn't just simplify eating, we erased their main occupation. That's why the food bowl, as harmless as it looks, might be the most underrated object in your house. When food takes zero effort, all that seeking energy has nowhere left to go. Vets and behaviorists increasingly recommend making cats work for at least part of every meal. Food puzzles have been linked to lower stress, healthier weight, and even better litter box habits in some cats. The upgrade is simple and genuinely fun to watch. Start with a basic puzzle feeder, store-bought or homemade. A plastic bottle with holes cut in it, filled with kibble, is enough. Try a muffin tin with treats hidden under toys, or kibble scattered across a snuffle mat instead of piled in a dish. Once they're hooked, take it further. Hide small portions around the house before you leave for work, and now your cat spends the day patrolling their territory again, with every discovery a small victory. One tip that matters more than people think: start easy. A puzzle that's too hard just teaches your cat to give up, and you'll both wrongly conclude it doesn't work. Let them win fast at first, then raise the difficulty as they get hooked. What if the thing your cat wants most isn't something you can buy? Remember the thing I mentioned at the start, the thing even loving owners take away from their cats every single day without noticing? This is it: choice. Think about your indoor cat's life for a second. You decide when they eat, when they play, when they get picked up, when they get petted, when the carrier comes out, when the vacuum roars to life. Almost nothing in their world happens on their terms. For an animal whose entire instinct set is built around controlling its own territory and its own body, that quiet powerlessness adds up. Animal welfare researchers keep landing on the same conclusion, over and over. A sense of control over their environment is one of the strongest predictors of well-being in captive and companion animals. Not food, not toys, control. Here's what giving your cat choice actually looks like in practice. Letting them come to you instead of scooping them up mid-nap. The 2-second consent test. Offer your hand, and if they lean in, pet away. If they don't, let it go because they'll remember you asked. Leaving the carrier out year-round so it stops being a kidnapping device and starts being furniture. Never blocking their exit from a room, a lap, or a cuddle. Giving them high perches and hideouts where nobody, not even you, bothers them. And here's the twist nobody expects. The more freedom you give a cat to say no, the more often they start saying yes. Cats who feel in control become bolder, more affectionate, more present, because affection they choose for themselves is the only kind that ever feels safe to them. If your cat just got a little more interesting to you in the last few minutes, that's the whole point. Hit like, subscribe, and share this with the cat owner in your life who thinks a quiet cat is automatically a happy one. Because now you both know better.